just me. The finest that I made, no other motherfucker than me. Never judge a man by the cover of his skin. Only treat a man by the contents within. Some will change man when they gone off their gin. Let them sober up, then they sorry to the end. Sorry won't win, cause a fake I can't defend. Done your time in the Halls County Jail and the pen. It's kinda hard to keep away from my kids again. It's Russian roulette when you follow the leader. I don't wanna be getting fed, I wanna be the fucking feeder. It's poison out here and these cats will cheat ya. Befriend you like a friend, but a foe and a creature. Get you before you get me, it was nice to meet ya. What you get for thinking that a student can teach ya?
Story time, story time, story time. What's up, YouTube? YouTube fam bam. I want to talk about change. And not the type of change that you get when you go to the store and break a $20 bill. I'm talking about changing your life, changing your habits, changing how you do things. The change that it takes to go from a boy to a man. Hey man, it was a group called Boys to Men. Boys to Men. It's a pretty goddamn good group. Hey man, for real. But yeah, the type of change that takes you from a boy to a man. My auntie, Miss Sheila Lee Davis, I remember coming home from school, from college, and then she would ask me if I had been out applying for jobs. You know, she wanted the best for me, still wants the best for me, but she wanted the best for me, and she wanted me to be active. Actively in school, actively working, you know, the things that a young man should be doing. Instead of running the streets or gang banging or selling drugs or robbing people or anything that's negative, let's just say that. Anything that's bad for you, going to jail. So I told her, yeah, I went to I went to AutoZone. That was one of the places. And I applied at AutoZone, and they end up calling me back for a job at AutoZone. So I get to AutoZone, and the man tells me, you know, I like you. After I do my interview, he said, I like you, but man, your nails is long, and your hair is long, and are you willing to cut your hair? And I'm thinking to myself, hell no, my hair? Man, I'm not cutting my hair for nobody. And that was my mentality. And man, I was stubborn, you know? But it was because I was still a boy and hadn't transitioned into a man. And a lot of dudes out here is performing in that same fashion, you know. A lot of dudes, age-wise, might be considered a man, but your age don't make you no man. Being a man, standing up to what a man is and supposed to do in life is a man. That transition, trust. So I get back to the crib, I get back to the house, and she said, well, how'd it go, nephew? I said, well, I could have got the job, but he was talking about me having long hair. And for a long time, I just couldn't see myself cutting my hair, whether it been ponytails, braids, pigtails, plaits, all that. I wasn't doing it because I was trying to keep that image that image that later on I would come to find out was a hindering image. That same image got me pulled over by the police frequently, constantly, got me harassed. And nobody should ever be pulled over because they're here, but we live in reality. At least I do. And I was getting pulled over, stereotyped because of my hair and how I wore my hair. So she said, well, you know what that means? I said, well, what does it mean? She said, well, you got to cut your hair, nephew. And I was stubborn, and I wouldn't do it, and I didn't do it, and I didn't get the job. You know, and at that time, somebody might say, hey, well, just AutoZone, but a job is a job, you know. And at that time, it might have been paying something decent, you know, but I was too stubborn to receive my blessings because I was caught up in the image, in the lifestyle, caught up in my hair. And it wasn't until later on, some years later, where I had to go to the penitentiary, and it's a such thing called C status. And if you can't prove Indian rights, which at the time I couldn't, even though I'm Indian, they'll put you on C status. So they'll take away some of your privileges. One of your privileges, which would have been visitation, you know? So I don't think I cut my hair then either, but I just started tucking my hair and running around and didn't make much noise, trying not to be seen, end up keeping my hair. But some years later, I ended up cutting my hair, and I noticed that I stopped getting harassed by the police. Things started happening in my favor. Good things started coming my way. And I looked better as a man with no hair. I look like a real gentleman, you know? And to each his own, you know, as far as these cats out here that's still rocking hair and braids and dreads and all that, to each his own. Just not for me. It's a better look for me, and my life has carried on even better by having no hair. Maybe a bald head or a fade or something, you know. But the moral of the story is change. If you expect certain things out of life and things to go in a better way, a better fashion, then guess what? You have to accept change. There's certain things as a man and as a person, or even as a woman, you have to accept change. But as far as my men out here, you know, that's why a lot of these women be, you know, talking down to us, because a lot of us still haven't grown out of the boy stage, and we haven't accepted change. You have to change, no matter who you are. It's called transitional period, a transitional period, a change from boy to man. And men don't do the same thing that boys do. You can guarantee that. And bet your bottom dollar. Men operate in a man's fashion, in men's fashion, and boys operate in boys' fashion. You know, boys still out here playing kitty-ass games, elementary-ass games. And men don't. Men ain't with the kiki, hee-hee, and ha-ha. You know, they move a certain way. We move a certain way. We take care of business. We take care of our kids, you know, for the most part, as much as we can do, or however we can do it, you know what I mean? We're going to get to it like you never knew it. But you have to be willing to accept change in life. And certain things that you used to do when you was a young teen, a young boy, you know, a younger man, you got to change. Get up out of them childish ways, start taking accountability, and start being responsible. You know what I mean? It's what it is, you know? So yeah, when you start accepting change and start moving in a fashion of action, things start looking up. And ever since I started moving in a certain fashion and have a certain state of mind and cutting out certain things and accepting certain things, my life's been better. Best believe. But yeah, change. Fly Guy Trucker Boy TV. Dig that.
So fucking kosher, you would think I was Jewish. Roll off the fluid, I'm Olympian Lewis. Coolly high, coaches, never like the police. Eat a dick, blow me, stop acting like you know me. Fuck what you heard, whistle blowing ass bird. Lame ass nerd, shitting on niggas like turds. Adjectives and verbs, very visual verbs. Rest in peace to KMG, it's just Uncle Sam's curse. These niggas be wearing skirts, gotta hit them where it hurts.